All right, guys, how's it going? It is time for another exclusive. All right, must be an exclusive because it says it in big capital letters right there. Now, I can't read the entire article out to you because you're not supposed to, but you're not going to miss anything. But if you want to go and look at it yourself, just Google exclusive. Liverpool dressing room left baffled by two Arne slot selections during horror run. Right, so a very, quite a catchy headline, I would say. Now, what I want you to get in your head, right, if you're new around these parts, is if you visit a website and you don't know anything about its credibility, always judge it by the amount of advertising on that website, right? Because what's the incentive to lure you to that website if there isn't a lot of advertising? I can assure you there's a lot of advertising on here if you were to try and browse that page or on your mobile phone or whatever. So that's what I do. Over the years, I've come to the conclusion that the more advertising, the more bullshit. All right? So, and this is Football Insider. It's a terrible outlet if you don't know that. I can assure you before we even go through this that it's going to be a load of garbage. All right? So, but we're going to take a look at it because the reason we take a look at these things is so that if you hear anyone say to you today, like the basic message in this article, the dressing room are baffled or whatever, straight away you'll think, well, I saw Chubbs talk about it earlier. I know where it's come from. You're listening to Football Insider. So it's educating you in a non-patronising way, all right? So we're going to go through it. Now, on the live stream last night, I did take a look at this. And I've run it by Dave, my AI assistant. Now, it's not just a case of throwing an article, an AI assistant or AI or whatever. Dave has been trained specifically for more than a year to study, analyse football news articles, the journalists that write them, and the platforms, publications that push them on us. And we keep a log of every single journalist, author, Twitter twat, whatever, so that if we've mentioned them before, we can refer to them. So obviously, even people like Paul Joyce and David Ornstein, we've got every single article that they've published, every claim they've made since we started doing this. And it's very good because Dave will flag up things to me, that maybe I would have missed, and you can also see contradictions and things like that, right? You know the drill. Anyway, so exclusive, Liverpool dressing room left baffled by two Arne slot selections during horror run. It's published by someone called Evan, I guess, Shaw. It was published on the 1st of December. Liverpool players have been left miffed by two of Arne Slot's selection, in particularly during the horror run that plunged his future into doubt. Sources have told Football Insider. Now, did you understand that? Are you going to believe anyone that can't string a sentence together? Right? We're not talking about having a conversation with me on a Saturday night, 2 o'clock in the morning after a few sherbets. We're talking about a so-called journalist making an exclusive claim using fancy pictures and shit like that. All right? Let's just see what it says. I'm going to read it to you again exactly as it is written. Liverpool players have been left miffed by two of Arne Slot's selection, in particular during the horror run that plunged his future into doubt. Sources have told Football Insider. Sources. Can you smell that? Is it you, Remy? What? No, it's bullshit. I agree. The Reds have been on a run of 5 defeats. We don't need to go over that. That's just filler. All right. So we don't know. We don't know that. Right, so, sorry, I got a message flash up on my screen at the same time. We don't need the filler. Let's stick with the exclusive content. Slot remains the odds-on favourite to be Liverpool manager come January 1st, and his position has been strengthened once again by the victory on Sunday afternoon. 1 win. Has it been strengthened? Technically, yes. But I think there needs to be a lot more to build on that, because if he loses the next game, it's not like starting that, you need to lose 4 games before pressure's there again. It will be immediately back to where we were before that fixture, that result against West Ham, right? So he's got to win the West Ham game and he's got to win the next few games before the pressure really eases, in my opinion. Anyway, nevertheless, the Dutchman's position remains a big talking point. Not a talking point, but a big talking point. Not medium. Can you imagine if it said that? A medium, middle-ish talking point. No, it's a big one. We like a big one, don't we, girls? And some of the boys. Right. So it remains a big talking point among the club's fans, and he is now facing questions from within his squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, squad, for sure, after recent events at Anfield. And then there's a subsection, like a sub, do you mind? There's a sub thing, it's in bold. Liverpool squad miffed by Milos Kerkez and one other selection. Bit of shit stirring here. So Kerkez has had a difficult time for Liverpool after his move from Bournemouth in the summer, but he has continually been given the nod by Slot despite his stuttering displays. Stutter. That's an interesting word, stutter. Did you ever see a song called Stutter Rap? They'd never get away with that today. Listen, when you finish watching this video, do me a favour and go on YouTube, or stay on YouTube, and search Stutter Rap. And watch that shit, man. Fucking, you'd never be able to... Stutter Rap. Right, let me know what you thought of it. Talks about how many games the Hungarian has played. Sources say there has been some surprise from within the dressing room that he has continued being selected ahead of the proven and still very able Andrew Robertson. There is similar frustration among the players, it is said, regarding Slot's decision to use midfielders on the right side of the defence with Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai both acting as regular features at right back this season. And it goes on and basically just saying bits about Szoboszlai and all that. Then there's a little heading again with bold, serious business. Arne Slot to get the benefit of the doubt as January spending plan. Do you mind making a video for people? Get on that bit. Bit. If you're new to my channel, Remy's he's as important as me, going to be this, which isn't very important. So Arne Slot to get the benefit of the doubt as January spending planned. Liverpool are keen to give Slot the benefit of the doubt and keep him in the job for now, given the credit that he has built up. One win. And they are prepared to make funds available for him again in January. If you were John Henry, would you give him any more money? I fucking wouldn't, not at the minute. Depends on the results, doesn't it? If things are a bit more positive, then fine. But not if we're in fucking turmoil. I think Liverpool will try for Gueye. I know they say they're not going to. We've got someone close to the agent, or claims to be close to the agent, saying that his club won't do business in January. But I think if we might even sniff around like a younger centre-back, I think, as well, possibly. There's the Semenyo one as well. You've got to look at that when there is a release clause that's only valid for a certain amount of time, right? So these are obvious things that you see in a lot of articles and exclusives about, right? Because they're all fucking obvious. Anyway, the defence has been an issue in recent weeks, blah, blah, blah. The right-back issue has been exasperated. I wonder if that's spelt right. I think that might be spelt wrong. Oh, I fucked it up. Doesn't matter. By the recent injury to Conor Bradley, but it certainly feels wise for Slot and Co to address that in the market in January. Both Szoboszlai and Jones are valuable attacking assets, and while their versatility has dug their team out of a hole on many occasions already this season, it has often left them with another issue elsewhere on the pitch. Now, these issues in this exclusive, claiming that players are miffed, baffled, or whatever, these are all obvious things that supporters have been talking about, right? So if you were to go on social media, this person or this publication is trying to make out that the players are baffled by certain selection, right? Which really, if you were just to go on social media, everyone's been saying what's in this exclusive. So it's like they've just gone and got, that's the vibe, what people are saying. What we'll do now is we'll say our sources have told us that, because it'll shit stir. And then the fans will be like, oh my God, they think the same as us. It's a load of nonsense. You know this, guys, right? Don't believe it for 1 minute. Anyway, let's go through it. I've given it to Dave. So all I've done to Dave is given him that entire article, even the bits I've missed out. And I don't even need to give him instructions. He knows what I expect from him. And he says, here it is, Dunk. The full forensic teardown of Evan Shaw's first exclusive to hit our desk, because I don't think we've ever reviewed anything by him before, all right? And that's what I'm saying, how he points that out, because I don't know, I can't remember. And mates, this one is pure Football Insider soup from the first line. Headline versus reality. Headline. Exclusive, Liverpool dressing room left baffled by 2 Arne slot selections during horror run. Sounds like Liverpool players have directly voiced concerns. There are 2 clear, specific, controversial selections. There's genuine internal unrest or mutiny adjacent vibes. Reality. The article never quotes a player. The sources are vague and unsubstantiated. The 2 controversial selections are Kirke starting over Robertson, which is what many fans have been saying, and Jones Szoboszlai playing emergency right back, which many fans have been saying. In other words, tactical choices everyone already knew about, framed as deep internal unrest. The headline promises scandal. The article delivers opinion dressed as sourced information. The exclusive claims. Out of an article which is around 750 words, here is what the article actually claims as exclusive material. Players are miffed about Kirke starting. Players are frustrated about midfielders playing right back. Sources say there is surprise internally. That's it. There's no detail, no examples, no anecdotes, no specificity, Nothing that proves this isn't just a writer riffing on what fans have been saying anyway. Word count breakdown. See, I love this. I won't sit and count these words for you. Dave says there's around 750 words, and the actual exclusive content, or so-called exclusive content, is around 90 words, which is 12% of the article. Contains the vague, miffed, surprised, frustrated claims. So that means the filler, the recycled, the obvious content is around 660 words, guys. That's 88%. 88%. Recap of the losing streak. Rehash of the West Ham win. A reminder Kirkes hasn't been great. A reminder Robertson is good. Reminder that Szoboszlai and Jones filled in at right back. A reminder Bradley is injured. A reminder January spending exists. And a reminder of Premier League table, form, etc. Classic Football Insider context padding. The illusion of a big story built on a couple of flimsy claims. Blogger bingo score. I like it when Dave does blogger bingo. Let's tick the boxes. Exclusive? Yes. Sources have told? Yes. Horror run? Yes. Plunge future into doubt? Yes. Miffed, frustration, surprise, emotional buzzwords. Tactical choices framed as scandal? Yes. January spending teased? Yes. Internal unrest implied with 0 specifics? Yes. Bingo achieved in under 3 paragraphs. Holes and logical issues. Now, the holes is something that I always look for in articles, even articles written by Paul Joyce, right? The closest journalist to Liverpool Football Club, the people that run the club on a day-to-day basis, right? So, holes is very important, and get outs. The player's baffled claim is never evidenced. No quotes, no examples, no dressing room source type, no timeline, no detail. Just sources say players are surprised, which could mean one backroom staffer at the training ground cafe. Football Insider always hide behind plural sourcing with singular meaning. That's a very, very good point by Dave. Very, very good point. And you need to remember these things. Football Insider always hide behind plural sourcing. That means more than one, not a source, sources. He's bright, this motherfucker. I've taught him well. With singular meaning. Kirkes versus Robertson controversy is literally public debate. Every pundit, every caller on LFC TV, every fan page has discussed this for months. This is not insider information. It's football Twitter repackaged as an exclusive. The right-back discussion is also not new. Bradley is injured. Jones and Szoboszlai filling in is obvious. Slot even publicly addressed this. Football Insider frames this as internal crisis when it's just injury-driven improvisation. No new revelations, no new breaking info. Everything in this article is something fans knew, commentators said, and you, he means me, have already covered, even in your morning briefings. This is riff journalism that is put trademark. Take what's already known, add sources, boom, exclusive. Author and outlet credibility. Now, Evan Shaw, it says here, new-ish Football Insider writer. University level background, but still in the early content mill phase of his career. The article confirms the usual Football Insider blueprint. Big headline, minimal substance, heavy padding, vague sourcing. Football Insider itself, the usual. Extremely high output, minimal verification, rely heavily on emotional framing, sources, often untraceable or untestable, always hint at internal unrest because it sells. Not unreliable because they lie, unreliable because they inflate reality into drama. So Dave's summary, this exclusive is basically, fans aren't happy about Kirke starting and midfielders playing right back. Therefore, the dressing room must feel the same. There is no evidence, no detail, no new information, no actual scandal, wrapped in the usual Football Insider sources say perfume. Fluff ratio, 88%, exclusive material, 12%, and even that is more speculation than reporting. Credibility, weak, a vibes-based exclusive, headline versus reality overblown, dramatisation of something obvious. It's not the worst Football Insider piece, says Dave, because at least it's coherent. But it's pure Twitter discussion disguised as insider information. And I don't know about you, Remy, but I would agree with that. What do you reckon, guys? Load of shite. And the thing is, people will read this, right? And you'll get people, not my regulars, but you'll get people sometimes dropping on my live streams and go, I've heard that there's a dressing room problem because of the selection. It's shit stirring. It's obvious, like, oh, the fans are saying that, so let's try and connect with the fans. It's a load of shite. That's what it is, guys. A load of shite. So at least now, if you hear those claims on social media or from a pal in a pub, you can say, hang on a minute, Big Dunks put us right. Okay? Football Insider, never, ever, ever pay any attention to Football Insider. All right? If you're a regular around these parts, you know that. Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you on this one. I'll be live on here tonight at 6 UK if you want to come along for a natter about this and any other shite. Okay, what else is there to say to you? Oh, if you enjoyed the video, if you found it informative, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. There's a love heart under the video if you'd like to support my channel. And in the video description, there's a link to Revolut and others where you can buy me a beer if you want. My Revolut is my beer kitty for a Saturday. And if you don't look after me, I can't go out. Which means Remy gets company on a Saturday. Yeah, but no, see, now they won't buy me a drink now I've said that. How do I edit that bit out? No, Remy often says to me, get yourself out for a beer, Dad. You've done it, you've worked hard this week, don't you? Eh? Wish you could see him. All right, guys, see you in a bit. I've got loads more coming up for you.